thank you for holding this hearing today. And, you know, I'm a mom to my core. So our children are one of the most vulnerable groups in our global community, and it is our job to do everything that we can to protect them from the evils of this world. So I want to thank every one of you on the panel today. You are truly to be commended for your passion and your willingness to serve the most vulnerable in our community, which is our children and children globally. And I do want to say, Mr. Tebow, thank you so much. I bumped into you last night, and yes, I was starstruck. But thank you so much for using your celebrity and putting it for the good of our children, to the use of protecting and serving our children. I can't think of anything that is more honorable and admirable. It is our job to do everything that we can to track down, arrest, and prosecute anyone who would want to cause them harm and exploit our children in any way. A step in the right direction is developing well-tested and well-researched identification technology and procedures to help us identify the children in CSAM. Child sexual abuse material is far too easily accessible and prevalent. We have several bills here in Congress to combat the spread of this horrible content, has been mentioned a little bit earlier, but it will take collaboration and continued dedication to save the countless children who are trafficked and exploited. We need to support law enforcement's efforts to combat the proliferation of CSAM, which is why I have introduced the END Child Exploitation Act. My bill would require the contents of reports regarding the online sexual exploitation of children provided to Cyber Tip Line be preserved by the provider for over 1 year. My bill would also assist law enforcement's investigative process by giving them more time to properly gather evidence to find the children subject to this abuse and their perpetrators. The reports will assist in the identification process and preserving records for a longer period of time, which will result in more opportunity for our law enforcement to use the valuable information they provide to identify trafficking and abuse victims and their offenders. I'm here before you today as a concerned mother who lost my own child as a victim of crime. And so I am now dedicating my entire life to protecting the safety and the well-being of all of our children. We know law enforcement and groups dedicated to the elimination of CSAM need our help and deserve the necessary resources to continue fighting for our missing and our abused children. Our child should never, ever be subjected to the horrors faced by children exposed to these sick exploitation schemes. And I sit before you today proud of what our law enforcement agencies have done thus far to eliminate CSAM and bring perpetrators to justice. Thank you to each and every one of you for dedicating your time and finding these children and bringing them safely home.